crispy fried salmon with a fresh soba noodle salad. I love this dish, and it's a little Japanese inspired with a mirin sauce to go with it. Now we'll start with the eggplant. I want to roast this in the oven. So a nice firm eggplant, we'll take the top off it, and you can roast it with the skin, but I really want that velvety, almost softness of the eggplant in this recipe, and I also find it slightly bitter. So just use a speed peeler to run down it and remove the skin. You don't have to take all of it off, just a majority of it, so all of that flesh is exposed. And we'll just cut this into kind of large size pieces. So we'll cut that into 3 to start with, and then cube it around the 2 centimetre mark. They do shrink quite a lot as they cook in the oven. I'll place them into this baking dish. And that last little one I'll cut. All right. Now, eggplant is like a sponge, so we need to oil and season it just to get that flavour out. So a drizzle of oil and a pinch of salt. Give that a little jiggle and then into the oven so it cooks nice and evenly. Right, while that's cooking in the oven, let's get on with the vegetables. So I'm just going to preheat a large pot. I'm just going to place this on power boost, and that's going to heat up so fast. So by the time I chop up all those vegetables, that water is going to be rapidly boiling. I have a combination of broccolini. These broccolini stalks have loads of flavour, so we're going to add them to our salad. I'm just going to cut them into smaller battens, and the florets, again, we're just going to cut them through there. So they'll go into our rapidly boiling water. Also some beans. We want everything to be roughly the same size, so cutting these into thirds. And I've got some edamame here. These are frozen edamame. They've been shelled. They're also going to go in at the same time as the other vegetables. All right, let's check out the water. It's boiling, a good pinch of salt, and we'll blanch these vegetables. Now, when we say blanching, all it means is we're cooking these very quickly in boiling water. So I like to pop them in, just careful, and last little bit along with the edamame. And you know that they're cooked when it starts to boil again. I don't like them to be too soft, so I want to take them when they're just slightly crisp. Okay, that's boiling. So just with that slotted spoon, I'll remove all of these veg, and I'm going to place it into a bowl of soba noodles. Soba noodles you can get from all your grocery stores. I love the flavour of them. Soba noodles are made with buckwheat, and what I've done is just cook them rapidly in some water and then cooled them down really quickly under a tap. You don't want them to overcook. That should do it. I'll pop that to one side. Onto our delicious dressing. This is kind of a play on the Japanese sesame dressing, but instead of crushing the sesame seeds and making the sauce in the very traditional way, I'm going to cheat slightly by using tahini. Tahini is made with sesame seeds, so it's a fantastic alternative for a very quick dressing. So we'll add the tahini to a bowl. To that, I'll add some mirin, a little splash. There's some real mellow flavours here with the soba noodles, eggplant and the fish, so you need some zing. So just some vinegar, rice vinegar, good amount, so about 2 tablespoons. And then to season, as always, some soy sauce, and to really accentuate that sesame flavour, some sesame oil. Now you'll need about 1/4 cup of water on standby, so I've got some water. We're going to start whisking this, and we'll add some water just to loosen it up slightly. Keep whisking, and we've got a lovely dressing there. All right, we'll pop that to the side. Let's get on to the fish. So the fish I'm going to cook on a medium heat. So that's why I like induction, because you get that complete accuracy. So medium heat. I've got some gorgeous king salmon here. I love king salmon because you can see how marbled that fat is. It's going to be so tender. I'll season this with some salt on the skin, and on the flesh side, just turn it over. A little oil in the pan, and the fish goes in. So We'll just start that on that medium heat. You'll hear a light sizzle, and that's the way I like it. I almost want to render the fat from the fish so we get that crispy glass-like crackling on the fish, and then turn it down to low to finish cooking on the other side. So this is going to take about 6 to 8 minutes, and that's perfect timing because the eggplant is nearly cooked. Okay, this fish is almost cooked. 1 more minute on the flesh side, and eggplant is out of the oven, and we can place that into our salad mixture. This is a warm salad. It tastes better when everything's warm for this. And then in with a big handful of baby spinach. We'll just toss all those ingredients together, those noodles. And what I love to do is at the very last minute, just before you take the fish out, we'll dress everything with this delicious tahini sauce. Drizzle that over the top. And then coat all those yummy vegetables and noodles in that dressing. Look, that's the perfect amount. And we're good to go. So I'm just going to grab some tongs. It's going to be the easiest way to plate this up. Some veg and noodles on one side, and some of that broccolini. Just really top that up. Look how creamy that sauce is, just delightful. Fish out of the pan, place that on the side. A few little garnishes for the top, sesame seeds on the salad, sprinkle that over, and for some extra crunch, crispy fried shallots. Look at that, a gorgeous midweek dinner, a lovely salad full of great ingredients, loads of vegetables, and perfectly cooked salmon, pink in the center and crispy skin. Oh, I love fish when it's cooked just like that.